you could give a formal introduction to yourself, since like, for people who don't know who Sebastian Wolfgram is, who've just seen the YouTube videos, how would you describe yourself and who are you?
Man, that's a good one. So my name is Sebastian Wolfgram. I am a 21-year-old entrepreneur, and I'm someone who likes to build and create things. The beginning of that year, I decided to quit January 1st because obviously it was during COVID. No one wanted to really work. I didn't really want to work. So I started flipping electronics. It was 2021. Started flipping electronics at the beginning of the year. Started flipping cars. And I already knew about cars, so I was like, all right, I know how to flip cars. I just don't know how to detail them, take pictures, and get them sold. So I learned how to detail, and I knew this was probably a good business, but I still had my heart kind of set on that like real estate stuff. I just thought it was cool. I liked real estate. I liked everybody in real estate. I just think it would be a cool venture for me. So I was gonna get my real estate license. I was in school. Just didn't really, I guess you could say, work out. I got really bored, like sitting in the online classes. So I found this mobile detail van on Instagram, and it was posted on just like a page to sell things, and just hit up the guy. I was like, I'll fly out tomorrow. And I kind of asked my dad, I was like, Dad, like, what do you think I should do? And he's like, well, it's kind of just up to you. And I was like, he's like, I'd rather have you do the real estate stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go against the grain on this one and just start a business. And you know, it worked out. I mean, I flew out to California the next day. It was in, I flew into John Wayne, you know, near LA, and it just worked out. I mean, I was able to pay for the van. I drove it all the way back out here. I didn't get the business name, and a lot of people think like I started the actual show car, which I did, because it wasn't really anything before. It was just a van, and but he had like a name of show car, so I was like, I'll buy, you know, the website and everything off of you, and you know, I'll start it out here in Colorado and actually make something of it. And so that's what I was able to do. And I just started at my little townhome garage, and it went from there.
What's the background story, so to speak?
It's a long story. That's a long story. I've always been an entrepreneur ever since I was super young. And a lot of people are always gonna say, oh, well, you know, he started from daddy's money, he had mommy's money, whatever. I didn't. None of my parents had money. Hey, can you pay off my credit card?
A lot of people now, they see what Showcar is now. It's, you know, franchise and all this. But right when you got that detail van and you brought it and started up that business, what was kind of the type of like hard work that you had to put in to get it off the ground, basically?
A lot of sleepless nights. It wasn't easy. You know, I kind of twiddled my thumbs for the first like 3 days because I didn't even know what I was doing. And I didn't expect myself to know what I was doing. I just bought this van and this business out of California, and I didn't even know. No training, nothing like that. But I just started watching like YouTube videos, finding out like how to use the equipment, started doing it on my personal cars. But my biggest thing was like trying to figure out how to market it. So I started posting on TikTok, and I just post 4 or 5 times a day. I just didn't care. I just posted every single thing I could post. I'd take the same content, I'd reuse it as many times as possible. I started to hire employees. My calendar was filled up just because of TikTok. You know, I started getting millions of views on a lot of these videos, which definitely helped me out. Like, I wouldn't say like it hurt me, but I had to grow with it. And, you know, that was really, really hard. Obviously I didn't have a ton of money. You know, I probably had like a few grand like left over. And so like having to grow with TikTok with millions of views, and it was definitely quite hard. I had employees working out of my townhome garage by the end of the year, which is, I bought in October, started in October. By December, I had 4 employees out of my townhome garage in Colorado Springs. Well, it's a new year. My goals don't change though. You know, there's always a misconception that like, oh, well, you know, new year, new me, new goals. No, like my goals are always the same. They're always written down. And they don't really change depending on the new year. You know, if I can't set goals before the new year and accomplish them, then what's the point of setting goals? So yeah, same goals. I want to open up as many franchise locations as possible. My locations have always done well. I just sold the Springs as a franchise. So that happened end of last year. They've been doing great down there, and I just want to continue that success across like more locations. So, you know, we have some exciting ones coming up. You know, we have, maybe when people see this video, we'll have Northern Colorado, maybe like Boulder, Longmont, and then we have Las Vegas and a few other spots. So I'm excited. Those are coming. Focus on content. YouTube, I think it's gonna be kind of cool. I've always wanted to do it ever since I was a little kid. So it's like, how can I do it now? And so yeah, YouTube is gonna be cool. I want to document everything. I want people to recommend things to me. Like, I just want to learn, you know, the YouTube game. I want to learn. And so as much as I can learn on here, it's gonna be my goal.
So,
yeah, I mean, YouTube for me is gonna be it's gonna be a test. We'll see how it kind of plays out. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun.
yeah, see what people think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of gonna film this stuff and to see what people think of it. You know, I want to be real. People see me on like Instagram and TikTok, and I make these curated videos, but like YouTube, you can't really curate, you know, 10 to 20 minutes. It's really, really hard to do, especially when I'm just gonna have you bogged in and just film my life. So do a lot of cool things. A lot of cool things. We gotta go. I gotta steal Bruno's car. I have your keys, right, Bruno? I do. I have them in my pocket. You do. You on the phone? Yeah. Cool. He's selling. You know, thing is, Bruno can speak English and Spanish. It makes it slightly easier when selling clients. I gotta grab something out of the 4Runner, and then we're gonna go all the way to Frederick, well, Longmont. Gotta grab a check, then we go to the bank, and then I get another check from the bank, and then I come back. I gotta pay rent. Someone's gotta do it. If it ain't me, it's not anybody else, I can tell you that. I remember I talked about in one of the previous videos, I had a Toyota pickup. Well, I decided to upgrade because I needed 4 doors. And this is what I got behind me. So 2009 Toyota 4Runner, black interior, black exterior. It's getting a paint correction. It's gonna get some PPF and then a ceramic coating. But this thing is sick. My favorite car ever. I'm telling you, my favorite car. It beats the Lambo. I can tell you that. Look at this. PPF on the fender, no PPF on the door. Look at how clean the fender is compared to the door. Pretty crazy. This thing sounds mean too. I got long legs. If you guys meet Bruno, he does not have long legs like me. Now I have a special announcement. I want to get off my plate. I've officially sold my second franchise for Show Car. First one was the Springs, and now we just sold one for Northern Colorado, which I'm very, very excited about. And that person, Ramon, you know who you are, has been wanting a location for a couple of years now. So I'm very, very excited. This location, I'll keep you guys pretty much, you know, in tune along the way. We'll pretty much document everything, and it's gonna be very, very exciting. But I just had to collect the franchise fee, which if you guys didn't know, the franchise fee for a Show Car location is $40,000, and then initial startup costs are like $200,000 to $500,000 depending on the location. So I'm super excited, and yeah, he's gonna have his own Show Car location, and we're gonna set him up with everything he needs. So I'm excited. Now we're at the bank, gotta deposit the check, get a check, and deposit some cash. So let's go get it done. Turning off the car. People don't know that. I do it every single time. It's just a myth.